Hi everyone. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. I'm a college student here. It's my freshman year. I'm taking up psychology, and I'm looking to counsel people and inspire people on how to get through with life and how to move on from situations. Because I've been through a lot myself. I have cerebral palsy. I was diagnosed at birth, and I had 16 surgeries throughout my life so far, and it's been a tough journey. But through that experience, I want to inspire people. So I wrote a book about my personal life, and wrote tips on how to overcome any situation. And I also wanted to make my dream come true as well at the same time of writing this book. And that dream was to meet my favorite singer, Beyonce. I've been a fan of hers ever since I was 6 years old. And just like listening to her music, it just cheers me up and stuff, just puts a smile on my face. So I said, if this is going to happen, I'm going to have to push to getting my dreams come true. So it all started when I went to her first concert in 2007 and 2009, and I bought backstage passes for over $6,000, and my name wasn't on the list. And so they told me I couldn't be there. So that was the downside of that. I fought it, but things just kept coming up in my life, and I just forgot about it. But then 2 years following that, my mom's friend from work, who's known for like stalking people behind like hotels and stuff, gets to me like different celebrities. So he calls me up and he says, "Do you want to go see if you could try to meet her, behind stage and see if you could meet with her and take a picture?" And there was no guarantee, of course. But we waited outside for over 8 hours or so, from 10. And from me waiting outside, I was approached by her video director, and I'm like, yes, finally, someone has noticed me. Like, this is what I've been wanting. Like somebody from her crew to just, notice that I'm out here because I'm a really big fan. So then, once he noticed me, he says, "I noticed you've been out here waiting for hours," and he sees that in my spirit that I really, really love her, for who she is. So he says to me, "Well, we're gonna get my video cam crew, and we're gonna videotape you saying how much you love her." So I'm like freaking out, and I'm like, "Oh my God, they're really gonna videotape me outside," and they gave me the opportunity to express how much I love her. And so then a couple of hours after that, I was greeted by her publicist, who said, "Do you have tickets to tonight's show?" And I said, "No, I'm just here trying to see if I can just get to meet her. I know she's going to be getting ready for the show in a few." So then she goes back inside and she comes back out, and some guy comes with her, and the guy asked me if I had tickets, and I said no. And so he brings me inside because it starts to rain backstage where all her equipment is at, like her clothes and music and all that crazy stuff. And so I'm like freaking out because I'm like, this cannot be happening right now. And so after they, got to know me a little bit, he took me back outside, and I said, "You know what, I think it's getting late, so I'm gonna just call my mom and go home." And he's like, "No, you're not going home because we're giving you 5 free tickets to tonight's show." And so I start freaking out. I'm like, "Oh my God, they're really giving me free tickets to the show." So then I enjoyed the show. A couple months later, I get a call from my sister who tells me I'm on the DVD. I get the DVD, I'm on the DVD in the audience and crying and just smiling and just being happy. And I'm like, you know what, this is crazy. It gets so close, but so far, So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go through an organization that can try to help me get my wish granted. And the name of the wish organization was called Grant Angel Wishes and Travel. And their testimony was that they granted wishes from 4 to 99 years old. And that was their testimony at the time. And they loved the idea that I really wanted this wish to come true, and they loved my spirit, and they loved how I just kept on going. So they were trying to arrange a meet and greet at her Atlantic City show, which of course, in my luck, it didn't work out because, that's just the luck at that time. It didn't work out. So I met with someone at the venue, and they took my information down. And then 2 days later, I'm in my class, and Beyonce's agent's assistant calls me apologizing for not making, the date set and everything. So I called back the Wish organization, and the Wish organization said to me, well, what else have you tried to do besides reach out to her camp and, write letters and, do all the extra stuff? I said, well, I have no other idea. And so she says to me, well, why don't you write a book? And so that's how the whole idea came about. And so as I started to sit down there, I said to myself, well, what is it that I can write about? I wanted to be, something good. I wanted it to be not only just for me, I wanted to help others as well. So I said, I'm going to write a book about my life, and, I'm very personal, and so I had to make a decision to whether discuss my business or make it to my dream. So I sucked it up and I said, you know what, this is what's going to happen, and this is what's going to make my dream come true. And so after writing it, like a few months later after that, I get a call from her publicist who hears that about the book that I'm writing, and she says, are you coming to the show, the Discovery show, which was last year? And I said, yeah, I'm coming to the show, of course. I never missed a show. Like, if I miss a show, that's not normal for me. So she starts to laugh, and she asked me the name of the book and different stuff like that. And she says, I'm going to put your name on the list to meet Beyonce in August. It's not guaranteed. So I called my publishing company, who I researched on Google as I started writing the book. And the publishing company's name is T Publishing. And they heard my story, and they were right on board with it. And so we had 4 months to get everything together because it was a possibility. So I wanted to have it here to give it to her, when I meet her. And, around July, I get the confirmation, and they're saying, you're going to meet Beyonce on August 3rd at the Barclays Center. So I'm freaking out. And so the day comes, and it was just a crazy, crazy night. I was greeted by her publicist, then I met her mother, and she took me to the lounge, and they gave me free food, free drinks, and everything. And so while we're waiting in the lounge, her publicist says to me, well, I'm going to hold on to the book because, of safety reasons. And so then 10 minutes later, she comes back, and she's like, no, I'll let you give her the book yourself. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. I'm going to give her the book myself. And so when she comes back, and she's like, your wife is waiting for you, because everybody knows that's my wife. So we're going to her dressing room, and as soon as I reach the door, Beyonce sees me, and she gives me a big hug and stretches her arms out and runs out the door like we were best friends. Like she hasn't seen her best friend in a while. It was so warming and so just touching. And she gave me 30 minutes of her time, and just was so pleasant. And she was happy to receive the book, and she was saying that this was such an honor, and she gave me an autograph. Not only that, she surprised me by changing my seats to front row, and she surrogated me twice during the show. So it was a magical night that I would never forget. It was absolutely phenomenal. So through this book, I got to make my dream come true, because I didn't want to give up. I wanted to keep on pushing, and that's what I wanted to tell other people as well. Not only for people who have disabilities or people who are sick. I wanted to let everybody know that you can achieve your dreams. You just have to put your mind to it. It might take a while, but you're going to get there. So that was the whole purpose of this book. Thank you so much. And so it's doing really well. And I'm now back in school because when I was writing the book, I took a year off from LaGuardia because I wanted to focus on the book. I didn't want to overwhelm myself by reading the book and school at the same time. So now I'm taking my psychology course, introduction course, into psychology, and I love it, and I go on Saturdays, so some of y'all may see, some of y'all may not, but just know that I'm a student here, and if you guys need any assistance, I'm more than likely willing to help you. So.
I would like to thank Atiba for this awesome story pertaining to his book and also how he met Beyonce. At this time, I just want you all to know that he has books that will be in sale, and also I have 100 books to give to each student. 25 books? Oh, 25 books for 25 students. We're going to just ask a couple questions and then place your name so that you can get your books. We also have raffles. Raffle or iPod? So that, or shuffle. That will be coming up soon. So at this time, I just want you to give another round of applause to... We are all proud of him because he's the one who shows us that we don't have to sit around and sorry for ourselves, because we also can do it. He didn't wait for anybody to do it for him. He stepped out with his right foot and his stronger foot, and he made that big giant step. And right now we know that everybody who has disability problem, they could also step out and do the same like what he did. Right now I'm gonna ask our mentor to come to the stage and give a few words as we move into the closing for the raffle and the shuffle.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. We're very excited. And thank you, Atiba. That was a wonderful, I mean, he had me in awe the whole time.
Yeah.
Amazing, and I can't wait to see that book. I'm probably not going to be one of the 25 students getting it. But I want to see it anyway. Good luck to